we shall discuss about the lysosome. It is a cellular organelles. So, and you know that it is developed from Golgi body. It is developed from Golgi body. It is a membrane bounded. This is the membrane which is completely encircled, that is membrane bounded and filled with hydrolytic enzymes. In this is the hydrolytic enzyme, that is dotted structure, that is this is hydrolytic enzyme, means hydrolytic enzymes. It is the waste disposal of the cell. It disposes out the wastage from the cell by digesting. Means it is the waste disposal of the cell by digesting the foreign particles like bacteria, etc., and worn out the cell organelles. Means also worn out, means also engulf the cell organelles which are old. Worn out the means they digest. Worn out means old cell organs. So it wastes the disposal of the cell. It is the waste disposal of the cell by digesting the foreign materials like bacteria and other things, and also by engulfing the old organelles. It cleans the cells. And so it keeps clean the, it keeps keep the, so it is also called, so it is called scavenger of the cell. Means it is the scavenger, means cleaner of the cell. It cleans the cell by engulfing the wastages and other materials and other old organs. It keeps clean the cells, so we can say that it is a scavenger of the cell. Now the function of lysosome, its main function is phagy digestion. Phagy digestion means it engulfed and digested it. Means it engulfed the foreign particles and digested it. So that is known as phagy digestion. So lysosome is phagy digestion in nature. Next, it cleans the cell and helps in the digestion of foreign matters, and lastly, in case of cell damage, when the cell is damaged by metabolic activities or other any causes, lysosome bursts and its digestive enzymes digest the cytoplasmic organelles and thus kill the cell. So it is called suicidal bag. That's why it is called suicidal bag. So it is usually asked why the lysosome is called suicidal bag, because lysosome contains so many hydrolytic enzymes, that is digestive enzyme. When it bursts in the cell, it digests all the cytoplasmic organisms, all the things, and that's why it's killed the cell. So it is known as, it is also called suicidal bag. Now the next point is that mitochondria, and it is an important organism of the cell, and it is first discovered by A.B. Colliker in 1857 from an insect cell. Next one, after that, another scientist named Richard Altman called it bioblast, and another scientist named Richard Altman called it bioblast. Bioblast means life germ, and again another scientist, and that was in 1886. Now after 12 years, another scientist named Carl Banda in 1898 called it mitochondria. In this way, we see that the mitochondria, it was first discovered by A.B. Colliker in 1857 in an insect cell. After some times, Richard Altman called it bioblast, that is life germ, and after 12 years, the Carl Banda called it in 1898 called it mitochondria. Now it is about its structure. It is a rod-shaped, found in eukaryotic cells except mammalian it is absent in prokaryotic cells. And it is also called respiratory center, because the respiration takes place in such part. It is a double membrane structure. The outer membrane, which is porous in nature, and the inner membrane has many finger-like projections called cristae. These are the outer, this is the inner one, and the finger-like projection you see, and these are called cristae, on which many elementary particles are found. These are the elementary particles. If you see any particles, it will look like this is base, this is a stalk, and this is head. So in this way it is found, and which form the chemical energy ATP. So it gives chemical energy ATP, that is adenosine triphosphate. It is a forms of energy, and that's why mitochondria is called powerhouse of the cell, because this forms a lot of energy in the forms of ATP. So that's why it is called powerhouse of the cell. It has its own DNA and ribosome, and due to presence of ribosome it can make its own protein. Now the function: it produces and store energy in the form of ATP. Means it can produce and it can store the energy in the form of ATP, and it provides enzymes during Krebs cycle of respiration. It provides enzymes which are required for the Krebs cycles in respiration. That's why, and so it produces a lot of energy. in it, so it is known as the powerhouse of the cell.